Hello friends. Welcome to The Civilian. And today we will be talking about how can a good company become a great company. Now today we will be specifically talking about a book named Good to Great, which is written by Jim Collins. One fine day, Jim Collins was having a discussion with his friends about how a good company can become a great company. And this kind of fascinated him to dig deeper into this topic and research about how a person can take a good company and make it a great company. Now, this book is a result of a research that was really extensive and exhausting, done by a core team of 21 people who worked in teams of 4 to 6 at a time. They collected various articles about many companies. They did many interviews with most good to great executives who held key positions during the transition era of a particular company. They did a lot of quantitative and qualitative analysis to understand why a company became great in the first place. They looked at everything from acquisition to executive compensation, from business strategy to corporate culture, from layoffs to leadership style, from financial ratios to management turnover. And this has resulted in a lot of data. After looking at everything, they had some findings and they collected all the findings and put in this book. Now, this book is a must for you as an entrepreneur if you want to build the next trillion-dollar company like Amazon or Apple. And I consider this book to be a handbook which has all the insights of building the next trillion-dollar company. The extensive research consumed about 10.5 people hours of effort and time. They read and systematically coded nearly 6,000 articles, generated more than 2,000 pages of interview transcripts, and created about 384 million bytes of computer data. They debated, they discussed, they disagreed, paused and reflected, and then again debated to think, discuss, resolve, and question just to come to a conclusion. Now, for the screening process of selecting a good to great company, they chose 1,435 companies from Fortune 500 companies from the year 1965 till the year 1995. Then they did a lot of analysis and were left with only 126 companies. Then they did more analysis and then were left with only 19 companies. And then finally, out of those 19 companies, they picked up and chose only 11 good to great companies, which were normal companies, but after some time they became really great companies and gave extraordinary returns to their shareholders. And if you had invested just $1 in these good to great companies in 1965, your returns on the year 2000 would be $471. Whereas some direct comparison companies whom these companies were compared to gave only $93 of return on investing $1, and the general market just gave $56 return on investing $1. So you can clearly see that a dollar invested into these companies yields more returns than any direct comparison companies or the general market. And now we will be talking about the research. The researchers found some findings that were really against the conventional wisdom or the traditional knowledge. Now, there were approximately 9 learnings and I will tell you each of them one by one. But before we begin today's topic, I would like to tell you that this is a channel of the entrepreneurs, by the entrepreneurs and for the entrepreneurs. And since we're trying to be the #1 entrepreneurship channel in India, please help us by subscribing. Also share our content with your friends and families to educate them further on the topic of entrepreneurship and business. Hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time we post a new video, and please follow us on Instagram. Our community is growing bigger day by day. The first findings the researchers found was that larger than life celebrity CEOs didn't equate to a transformation from good to great. Many of the good to great companies whose transformation was really incredible had CEOs from the inside of the company. Now 10 CEOs out of 11 CEOs came from inside the company rather than outside, whereas comparison companies tried outside CEOs 6 times more often. And hence the first learning was that larger than life celebrity CEOs didn't equate to a lot of success. A CEO who was humble, reserved and patient was found to be more successful in a transformation from good to great rather than a celebrity life CEO from the outside. The second finding was that there was no systematic pattern between executive compensation to a good to great transformation. It doesn't matter if you pay bonus, incentives, perks or stock options to an executive. If he or she isn't capable enough to pull off a good to great transformation, he won't be able to do it irrespective of the compensation provided to him or her. The third finding was that there wasn't much difference in the strategies of a normal company and a good to great company. There was no concrete evidence that the good to great companies spent more time on long-term strategy planning and thinking about what they will do in the future. The fourth finding was that good to great companies didn't just focus on what to do, they equally focused on what not to do and what to stop doing immediately. So basically, they had a list of do's and they also had a list of don'ts, and they did it quite successfully. The fifth finding was that technology wasn't the main driver of success in a good to great transformation. Now, it was only an accelerator of transformation but not a cause of transformation. That means the good to great companies used technology only for accelerating their transformation, not for the entire transformation itself. The sixth finding was that mergers and acquisitions didn't play any role in igniting a transformation. Now, if there were two big mediocre companies and you were to join them together, you would never make one great company. And there was a quote in the book that two big mediocrities joined together never make one great company. So if you're thinking about joining with someone, merging with someone, or having an acquisition or a joint venture, you won't simply have a great company if you just join with someone who is average. The seventh finding was that good to great companies paid little attention to managing change, motivating people, or creating alignment. Under the right circumstances or conditions, the problems of commitment, alignment, motivation, and change didn't bother them in any way. The eighth finding was that the good to great companies had no name, tagline, launch event, or program to signify their transformations. They never announced a big launch event where they told the world that they are going to transform their companies from top to bottom. They just kept putting one foot in front of the another to change their company step by step, and thus they achieved a good to great transformation. The ninth and final findings that the researchers found that the good to great companies were not by and large in great industries. In no case were a good to great companies just happened to be sitting on the top of a rocket when it took off. These were normal companies in their respective industries which had no competitive advantage or any differentiating factor from their competitors. So we talked about all the learnings and discoveries that the researchers found, but there was also an entire transformation process which can take a good company to a great company. But we won't be discussing that in this video, and we will keep this video short and simple. So we will make a playlist named Good to Great for you to watch. So we would like to tell you that greatness isn't a function of circumstances or condition. It turns out that greatness is largely a matter of conscious choice, a decision that you can take on every single day. And for staying with us until the end, we would like to share a quote from the book, and it goes like this: "Good is the enemy of great." Why don't many people become great? Because they settle for good. The moment you decide to be great, you won't be settling for good. Never settle for a good enough life when you can be great. You've only got one life. Live it to the fullest potential. Thank you for staying with us, and we'll meet you in the next one.